Hello everyone, and we are now going to continue on the same topic of the related video, that was molarity and molality 1. If you remember or recall the first video details, we made clarity on molarity, molality, and its correlated term density, along with a simple addition, that is solute plus solvent is equal to solution. We did one or two examples, but in this particular aspect we will still come across two examples and then we will move ahead. If we talk about those two examples or some random numericals, let us try to solve with the information we have. For example, if I say that H2SO3 is dissolved in water to make a solution which is 1.5 dense and has molarity 3 molar, has molarity 3 molar. See what are the data as of now given to you. You are having the data of molarity, you are having it as 1.5 times dense. So you have the density, you have the molarity. Over here, what we will do, we will calculate molality, and for preparing 3 molar, calculate the required weight of H2SO3. So over here, apart from these things, you must also have the data given for the quantity of water that is required. Remember one thing very clearly, that if you are not given the data of quantity of solvent, you have to take it 1000 gram or 1000 ml, 1000 gram or 1000 ml. So over here, let us first calculate the quantity that is required, and before going into that, let us just write two formulas. Molarity is equal to weight upon molecular weight, these both belong to solute, into 1000 divided by volume of solution. Now look, you are nowhere given the volume of solution, so please make a note that when not given volume of solution is assumed to be, when not given, volume of solution is assumed to be 1000 ml. When not given, volume of solution is assumed to be 1000 ml. See now what happens at this particular point. Molarity, it is 3 molar. Weight, I am supposed to find out. Molecular weight for H2SO3, I will ask you to calculate, and you will end up by writing 82 gram per mole. So it will be in the denominator. Multiply by 1000, and when volume is not given, we are supposed to take 1000. So when we will solve this part, we will end up with weight of solute is equal to 82 multiplied by 3, and that would be 246 gram. So this is how we end up with writing the weight of solute. Now it becomes very easy to calculate the molality. But if you look into the question carefully, you have solved the question number 2. For preparing 3 molar solution, calculate the required weight of H2SO3. Yes, we are done with it. So this is the second part that we have made clear. Now for calculating the molality of the solution, see what are you supposed to do. If you look into the formula for molality of the solution, you will get an idea that molality is equal to weight of solute, which is now available with you, divided by molecular weight cross 1000 divided by weight of solvent. This is very, very important. So over here, I am not having the weight of solvent, but as you have learnt it in the previous video itself, that weight of solute plus weight of solvent is equal to weight of solution. So over here, weight of solute is very much clear, 246. Remember very well, over here, weight of solvent is to be find out. But for that, you must know the weight of solution. We are not knowing weight of solution, but we are aware of the volume of solution. If volume of solution is 1000, its density is 1.5, then weight of solution has to be 1500 gram. Why? You make that simple equation, recall again, density is equal to weight by volume, therefore 1.5 is equal to density by 1000, and therefore you will end up with weight is equal to 1500 gram. So the weight of solution now will be 1500 gram. So if I try to subtract 246 from 1500, I will be very easily able to obtain weight of solvent excuse me, and that would be around 1254. So this is how we come up with the weight of solvent. Now once we are done with the weight of solvent, we are supposed to put it in the same formula. So what happens when we put it in the same formula? See, molality is equal to, so it would be solute. What is that quantity of solute? It would be 246 divided by 82 into 1000 and whole divided by 1254. So once you try to solve this equation, you end up with the molality. Let us calculate this part. So it would be 246 into 1000, which will be 2,46,000. On the other way, 82 multiplied by 1254, it will be 1,02,828. So now the equation becomes 246,000 divided by 102,828. And once I solve this equation, yes, it would be very clear for me to write what I wish to. So I will end up with 2.39 molar. So this is the answer. This is how we work. So friends, make it very clear that density is one of the very important parameters along with this simple addition equation while solving these type of numericals. Be very clear. Now let us move a step ahead and try to solve another type of question which is very closely related with the concept of molality and molarity. Before going into that, let us see the effect of temperature rise or temperature lowering in the case of molarity and molality. So we should learn the effect of temperature on what? Then it will be stated molality and molarity. So when we will try to execute these things, what we would end up to? So over here, molarity is equal to weight of solute divided by molecular weight of solute multiplied by 1000 divided by volume of solution. But on the other side, also I would like to write it like this. But on the other side, it would be molality is equal to weight of solute, molecular weight of solute multiplied by 1000 divided by weight of solvent. So this is how it works. Now if someone asks us what would be the effect of rising temperature to these concentration values, very first thing, in molality you have weight of solvent, whereas in molarity you have volume of solution. So rising temperature will never affect weight of solvent, but will always affect volume of solution. So remember this thing. In any of the equations related to concentration in chemistry, if you are asked to mention whether yes or no to the change in concentration with respect to temperature, the temperature will never affect the concentration of those units where the denominator is weight of solvent. Remember, WT, weight of solvent. It will always remain unchanged. Theoretically, it will always remain unchanged theoretically. But practically, when it is written in the denominator volume of solution, definitely yes, when you will heat, few amount of the volume of solution will be evaporated, and this will result in the change in concentration. So definitely yes, when it is molality. So friends, this is that basic difference that we should know. So please keep this thing very clear in your mind. And now, depending on this, we are going to solve a question which is really very lucrative. And once you will solve, you will come to know that what did you encountered with. See, what are we now going to do? Look into it very carefully. 20 gram of NaOH was dissolved in 20 gram of NaOH was dissolved in water to make 600 ml solution. Heating the solution resulted in decrease of volume by 20%. Decrease of volume by 20%. What is the molarity? So over here, you are supposed to find out molarity 2 times. One, that is before heating, and second, after heating. Whenever we say before heating, it will be very simple. Molarity is equal to 20 gram, that is weight, 40, that is molecular weight, into 1000 by 600. A very simple numerical to end up with. You will just end up this as 1 by 2 into 10 by 6. So it will be 5. So it is very easy, 5 by 6. And remember, when you have 5 by 6, it becomes very easy for you to solve also. Somewhat around 83 point, over here it will be 0.83 molar. Now what happens? The volume decreases by 20%. See, whenever you heat it and volume decrease by 20%, don't think about the decrease in quantity of solute, only think about the total decrease in volume of solution. Therefore, molarity again will be 20 divided by 40 into 1000 divided by 600 minus 20%. So for every 10% of 600, you will have less by 60 ml. So decreasing 120 ml with respect to 20%, I will have 480. So over here, it will be somewhat 50 divided by 48. Before coming up to the answer, let us check it once again, and then we will write the answer. So 50 divided by 48. So it is 1.04. So if you imagine, on heating, the concentration increases. Is it true? Yes, is it true? Sorry, it is true. Why? I'll take a very simple example. If I have sugar solution and I keep on heating it, it becomes a sugar syrup. And you can very well judge, even if I do not explain, that sugar syrup is more sweet than sugar solution. More the sweetness, more is the concentration. More is the concentration, more is the molarity. Here is the proof that when we heat it, the concentration increases, the sweetness increases. So, friends, this is important. So, I hope you are clear with this type of numerical also. Now, moving still with few more details which are quite important when we learn, or rather when we try to explain the thing based on molarity and other functionals. See what happens. We are taking one more example. Look into the example very carefully. A 1200 ml solution with density 2.5 was prepared by dissolving X gram of H2SO4 in. Now see what happens. X gram of H2SO4 in 450 gram of water. 450 gram of water. Calculate molality. Calculate molality. What are you supposed to do over here? Look into it carefully. 1200 ml of solution with density 2.5. From this, can I very clearly calculate weight of solution? Yes, I can. See how. Density is equal to weight of weight of solution divided by volume of solution. What is this density? 2.5. Weight we have to calculate, and volume it is 1200. So the weight of solution becomes 1200 into 2.5, that is 3000 gram. So now the weight of solution is 3000 gram. See, it is very clearly stated X gram of H2SO4 in 450 gram of water. So from this itself you can get an idea that I first need to calculate molality, and to calculate molality I need this gram of H2SO4 because it is solute. Therefore, weight of solute, weight of solvent, weight of solution. So weight of solute will be 450, weight of solution is given 3000, so weight of solvent will be 2550 gram. 2550 gram. Keep this thing in mind. Now go for molality. So molality is equal to weight of solute, weight of molecular weight into 1000 weight of solvent. So how would I end up? Weight of solute is equal to 2550. Molecular weight is equal to 98 into 1000, and weight of solvent for us will be, okay, just a second friends, might I have made a mistake over here. It is weight of solvent, and weight of solvent will be, okay, friends, just pardon me for a second. In 450 gram of water, so this is 450, we are supposed to find out solute, and this is solute. So nevertheless I have written the same over here, solute, and over here it will be 450. In few cases it happens that solvent is less and solute sometimes is more. This is one of those cases. So I'll just make it like this. So it will be 255000 divided by 98. Solving this step, 255000 by 98. See what happens. It is 2602 molal. A very high amount. Generally, practically, it's too difficult to achieve. But we were solving a theoretical question, and therefore it is theoretically absolutely correct. There is no mistake in it. So these are few of the concepts that deals with molarity and molality. Now just we will add one more question to this before ending of this video, and that question is, "90 gram of glucose is made soluble in 600 gram of water." 90 gram of glucose is made soluble in 600 gram of water, and the total solution obtained has 1.3 density. Calculate molality, molarity. Calculate molality, molarity. So over here we have the solute 90 gram, we have the water, that is solvent, 600 gram. So molality is equal to weight of solute, molecular weight of solute, multiply by 1000 divided by weight of solvent. I am writing weight of solvent because of molality, and therefore it will be 90 divided by molecular weight of glucose is 180 into 1000 divided by weight of solvent, and that is 600. So what will happen? It will be something like this, where still dividing I will end up with a figure 0.83 molal. 0.83 molal. Now shifting from molal to molar, molarity is equal to weight of solute divided by molecular weight of solute into 1000 divided by volume of solution. See, now make it very clear. You are supposed to get volume of solution. You are supposed to get volume of solution. So weight of solute plus weight of solvent is equal to weight of solution. Weight of solute is 90 gram, weight of solvent is 600 gram. So weight of solution will be 690 grams. Now I need volume of solution. So what would I do? Density is equal to weight by volume. Therefore volume is equal to weight by density. 690 divided by 1.3, and 690 divided by 1.3, you will always end up by writing 530.76 ml. So this will be changing into 531 ml. Now let us put this over here and solve the equation. And therefore molarity is equal to weight of solute 90, molecular weight 180 into 1000 divided by 531. So this will be eliminated, this will be eliminated, this will be eliminated. So 500 divided by 531, and it will be 0.94 molar. So friends, this is how, according to me, the concepts of molarity and molality are to be done. We will be coming up in the next video with the complete concept of normality, because for that you will require a little bit of idea about the equivalent weight, acidity, basicity, and transfer of number of electrons per mole. Once we are done with that, then we will move forward with the percentage weight by weight, percentage weight by volume, and ppm. That will just make a small package of 4 to 5 videos on concentration concepts. So thank you. If you have any queries, I am open to answer through the message or the comment box. Thank you.